Hey, can I ask you something? Do you have a friend that you might think is in a toxic relationship, but you're not really sure? If that's you, this video is just for you. Stay tuned. First of all, can I just say being a YouTuber is a challenge? I've had some glitches with my mic today, which has delayed the process of getting this video out, but it's coming. Bear with me. Toxic relationships don't only affect the people that are in that relationship. That toxic relationship and that toxic environment, it negatively impacts the people that love those people. If you're a friend of a friend who's in a toxic relationship, it's likely that you're feeling that same pain that she feels. It's likely that you're just as hurt as she is. And maybe you're scared to tell her how you feel because you don't want to lose that connection with her. Maybe you don't want to tell her how you feel about her relationship because you don't think she's going to listen. That toxic relationship has really had a negative impact on everyone involved, family, friends, the partners. And today is the day that you can take time to learn about how to know if your friend is in a toxic relationship. One sign that your friend is in a toxic relationship is that she'll start to decline invitations from you to hang out. That could be for several reasons. Maybe she's just so in love that she just wants to spend all her time with her partner. And that's totally fine, especially if it's a new relationship. But over time, if you're noticing she just doesn't want to be with you anymore, she doesn't want to talk to her friends or family, that is concerning. She might also just be really embarrassed about her situation. Maybe she's not ready to tell you that she's in this toxic relationship, or maybe she's afraid to talk about it. Sometimes when people are in toxic relationships, especially when there's physical abuse, there's this threat that if I say something, it's going to get worse. Or there's a threat that if I say something, no one's going to believe me. So if you're noticing that your friend is starting to pull away, I want you to consider why that might be. A second sign that your friend is dealing with a toxic relationship is that she'll make excuses for her partner's behavior. Now, if you're a really good friend of hers, you've probably called her out on her mess. And you've probably, talked to her about some of your concerns about the person she's dating. And she might start to make excuses like that person doesn't do that all the time, or that person did it because they were tired, or they're not showing up because whatever. She's got a reason for everything, and that's a sign that there's something else going on. So one thing I'll encourage you to do is continue to ask those questions, continue to point out some of the things that you see are toxic in that environment, that relationship for her, because she may be blind to it. They tell us that love is blind, which I don't agree with, but we can get in a place where we are just overwhelmed with the emotions that we have for someone that we don't pay attention to the behavior that is really damaging. So keep talking to her about it. A third sign that your friend is in a toxic relationship is she has this on again, off again relationship with her partner. They're breaking up every couple of months or every couple of weeks, where she's just so in love at one point and then she gets really sad and depressed and they're not together anymore. Or she's so frustrated with her partner that she wants to leave him, or she makes threats that she's going to end the relationship, but maybe she never does. There's just this negative cycle that goes on and on and on because she's really struggling. She doesn't know what to do and she might feel stuck. And so what you might see as her friend is that she's got this wave of emotion going up and down, feeling happy, then feeling sad, to feeling mad, to really just having a lot of confusion in her life. So again, be there for her, support her through that, listen to her, but also just let her know that the ups and downs might be a sign that it's not something healthy for her. The fourth sign that your friend might be in a toxic relationship is that she doesn't talk about her partner. If you guys are really good friends, most of the time friends are telling all the juice, all the backstory of what's going on in relationships. And it's supposed to be a safe space to do that. But you might be noticing that your friend, whoever she's dating right now, she doesn't talk about them. You know nothing about that person. Why do you think that is? Maybe she's scared. Maybe she's afraid that you're not going to accept that person for whatever reason. And it's likely that she's seen some negative signs in that person, some red flags, and she's not ready to admit that maybe she made a mistake in trying to date this person. Or maybe she's in that cycle of going back and forth with that person, and she knows that you know it, but she just doesn't want to talk about it anymore. So again, be that listening ear for her. Continue to give her that safe space, and eventually she'll come around and tell you how she really feels. The final sign that your friend might be in a toxic relationship is that you don't recognize her anymore. The person she was before she met the person she's dating, that's not her. You don't see those traits in her anymore. She's kind of lost herself, and you've lost a friend. Who she is today is a hurt person. It's someone who may even became more aggressive or more isolating, and you don't even get to spend time with her anymore. You don't recognize her. You don't get to see her. You don't even know her anymore. You know nothing about what's going on in her life. And if that's the case, I don't want you to feel like you have to continue on that path with her. I want you to know that you can reach out, you can be that person, and she might just be waiting for you to call her. If you've identified any of these signs about your friend being in a toxic relationship, I want you to comment below about your experience of being that friend on the outside. And I also want to encourage you to take the initiative to make a call and invite her to connect with her. She needs you. She's just waiting for you.